Greetings and a blessed Lent to you and your family. James writes in chapter 2:26, "For as the body apart from the spirit is dead, so faith apart from works is dead." Yes, we are called to be hearers of the word and doers of the word. Luther would ask, what does that mean? Well, God calls us and equips us to serve, to let our light shine before others, that they may see our good works and glorify our Father in heaven. How? Well, as James says, faith apart from works is dead. Lent gives us an opportunity to look at our lives, to examine the impact and effect the greatest commandment has in and on our lives, to love the Lord our God with all of our heart, soul, and mind, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. Sometimes our Lenten journey can become routine and repetitive. We choose to just keep on doing the routine things of our lives and the same Lenten disciplines we might have year after year. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, so long as they are continuing to feed you and be effective in your Lenten journey. Many times we also talk about giving up something like chocolate or Bluebell ice cream or whatever it is. But what about the idea of taking something on? Trying new things and new ways of bearing that light of Christ. You see, in the outline, there are two areas. The first one is taking on a service, doing something, giving of yourself. Remember the program we did last summer, the 555 program? It was focused around the Lutheran Social Services and the Food Nourishment Network program that they have. Well, we're going to kind of bring that forward again this year in Lent, because we have 5 weeks in Lent. So this emphasis for Lent will be on the quilting ministry. We have a great quilting ministry that serves here globally and domestically. So for the next 5 weeks, we're going to invite the congregation, you, to participate in this 555 program. In 5 weeks, we would like to collect $500 to go towards materials in the quilting ministry, and we'd also like to try to cut 500 squares. Cutting squares is easy. It's a great family opportunity to serve together. We will have kits at both locations that you can take home, and you'll trace the fabric and cut the squares and bring them back. And our goal, again, 500 squares. That will get the quilters off to a great start for another fabulous year before we send the quilts off to Lutheran World Relief next spring. But it doesn't just have to be the quilting ministry with the 555 program. What about, for the next 5 weeks, give of yourself an additional 5 hours, maybe to 5 projects, new projects, or the same project. Give of yourself. Find new ways to serve and to learn how God wants to use you. Because who knows? Maybe you'll discover God's been calling you to serve in those areas of ministries all along. And your ministry and your service and your sacrifice might even continue past the 5 weeks of Lent. So I invite you to be a part of the 555 program this Lent. Another area of ministry that you might consider adding to your Lenten discipline is worship volunteering. Each week, over 70 positions are needed to help worship run smoothly and not be distracting as we're wondering who's going to hand out the offering plates or who's going to light the candles. So maybe this is a time for you to explore new ways of serving as you attend worship, to give of yourself, to help Rhonda out as she makes literally over 100 calls a week in gathering those volunteers. Thank you to those who have been serving in these areas for so long. We are so appreciative. And we invite now others to also join those in service, to offer yourself in worship volunteering. Don't worry about training. We can take care of that. You just let us know what it is you're interested in doing, and we will get you set up in doing that and trained. So, as we end worship every week, we also hear the words, "Go in peace, serve the Lord." And I pray this Lent, our Lenten response will be, "Yes, Lord, here am I, send me. Let your light so shine before others that they will see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Blessings to you again this Lent.